Welcome back to another one. Out checking on the chicks. They are a week old today. Just sprinkle some more wood chips in here and feed them here in a little bit, and then change out their water. But they're doing pretty good. They're getting pretty big. Yeah, they're doing good though. So I gotta feed them here in a little bit, change out their water, but give you a little update or insight here. Got my workbench all set up a little bit. Got some boards here, but making my quail cages. I haven't posted a video yet about it. I mean, we talked about it before, picking a name and that. It is official. We have gotten our LLC filed, and I have the DNR coming out here maybe this week or early next week, hopefully, to sign off our game breeders permit to where we can have and breed the quail. So I got started framing it out and kind of chilled off the last couple days, so I've moved inside. Now tonight I'll be able to mark them up here and cut them, make it a little easier so I ain't working off the ground in here. The name we went with was Foul Wind Acres. A friend of mine actually I worked with is the one that came up with that name, and so that's the name we picked. I said I filed my LLC with the state. It's came back. I've had it back for about 2 weeks now. Got it back, I think about 2 weeks ago we got it back. And said I just got to wait for the DNR to come out once I get a cage built, and then they're going to come out and they just got to check it off, make sure everything meets the standards of it, and then we'll pay our $20 fee for our license, our permit, and he submits it within the DNR of the state of Iowa for that. And it's good for, I think he said 3 years, but reading online, I think it looks like you have to do it every year, but sounds like he said that it would be good for 3 years. So he wouldn't have to come back for 3 years to sign off another one. So, but figured I'd let you know it is official. So we're doing it. I will be ordering eggs sometime either late this week or first part of next week, I think. I got a friend of mine that's going to order some, that he does them. He did kind of raises some here and there and does pheasants and stuff too. And we're going to order them with him just to get a bulk discount to be able to get them cheaper. So we're going to put our order in. That's for our Coturnix quail. We'll do Bob White later this summer. We're doing Coturnix at first. Getting some jumbo whites and maybe some Europeans or something. But like I said, right away, doing Coturnix. A couple different varieties of Coturnix though, but all jumbos. Jumbo browns or jumbo whites. So getting my cage, I'll post it in the link, post a link or put an ad in piece in here for the video that I got this idea from. The guy's name's Terry. I don't remember the channel off the top of my head. I apologize. I've been watching him off and on. And this design is kind of like his. I have changed it a little bit from mine. Instead of buying 2x2s, I actually bought 2x4s, and I ripped them down to 1 inch wide. So it's 1 inch by 1.5 inches. And using, they were cheaper. 2x4s are doing 2x4s. You can get 3 boards out of them this way. And for about the same price, so you can get 1 board of a 2x2. And figured the 1 inch thick, because they're actually exactly 1 inch thick. And then it'd be 1.5 inches thick. Just like a 2x2 would be 1.5 inches by 1.5 inches. So to save myself some money, I did it that way. And so the measurements aren't going to be the same. I also raised the height of the cage. The top height was 6 feet. Figured I'm 6 foot. I can reach into the top one, and I really wouldn't want to bend so far over to get into the bottom. this bottom cage, because if it was shorter, the legs, I don't remember if I added 4 or 6 inches or whatever. I think it was like 4 inches, but another 4 inches down, I'd be on my hands and knees anyways to get in the bottom cage. And the other thing I'm doing is actually doubling it. I'm making 2 wide, so that way I only use 3 sets of legs. 3 sets of legs to make two cages wide. And then his is also 2 feet deep by 3 feet wide, and I've changed that to 4 feet wide. I'll be able to hold a few extra birds in each cage this way, and I plan on using plywood for the back like he has on his, but I have 1 foot wide strips of plywood that I've had for laying around for a couple years that I've had for a project. I was actually going to use them for the foundation of this garage, this Morton building. I was going to do a footing and decided to do sonotubes instead of doing the footing. So I already had them cut down to 1 foot strips, so I've been using them off and on for different projects. That the brooder box for the chicks are in right now came from that too. So like I said, but I got quite a few of them in the basement yet, and so I'm going to use them for the back and to be able to cover them, and on the, because I'll have a board across the back here to do the same thing, you know, do 1 foot and whatnot. But so yeah, it'll be across from here up, be a foot down to the bottom of the floor basically. So doing it that way, and then so it'd be 1 foot wide by 8 foot long, so I'll be able to cover both the backs of both, because actually the cage will be 8 foot long. Like I said, changing his up, like I said, I'll put that link in there. I'll put it in the comments down below too, or in the description below here too, but I pinned it before. But so making a few changes, a little bit of modifying, and I'm making the egg rollout trays, or the flooring side of that, which is another one of his videos. But he builds a cage at one with the flat floor, and then later on he'll show you how to make the egg rollouts. And I'm gonna make them like this with the egg rollouts, and then when I make I'm gonna make a bachelor pad for the excess roosters that we'll have, and to raise them out by themselves in their own pen. And those will just have a flat floor because they won't be laying any eggs for us. They'll just be strictly meat birds. But I figured I would pass it on, the information along. I've been kind of wanting to make a video, but we're kind of getting a little busy at work now, getting into seed season, getting ready to try to treat some seed, getting the farmers ready to go. So been a little busy lately, so I haven't had time to get a video out. So I haven't had anybody asking about it lately, but I know there was quite a few people that watched that video and put in some suggestions in there. I think I'm still going to reach out to, for those of you that did some suggestions, reach out to you and see if you are still interested in some quail meat and or eggs. We'll maybe try to figure out how local you are or far away you are, and we'll ship them out. I said meat would be easy. I can package them some dry ice and ship them out. So I'm gonna reach out to you, and or if you were one of them in there, just if you want to, I got my email in the about page on my main channel page. Just send me an email with your username that you have on YouTube, and give me an idea of what you're looking for. I said it'll be a little bit of time, but if you are interested, go ahead and reach out. Said you were one of those that gave us some suggestions on names. Said I still want to send some meat or something out. So I said just send me an email, and I'll work something out with you to be able to mail them. Or I said unless you're fairly local, maybe we can meet somewhere. I can send it out. But I said it'll be a couple months yet. Figure if we order them next week. Still got 2 weeks before they get in an incubator, another 6 weeks after that. So you guys still got about 8 weeks. So it'd be 2 months, a little over 2 months probably, before we'll be ready for meat or eggs coming out. I'm not going to make a video on how I made this cage, or each step-by-step kind of DIY type video on this. I will, however, when I get done come back and show you all the measurements of everything. If somebody was wanting to make a double wide cage like this and use the 1 inch strips, I'll give you a supply list. That way, if you want to do this way, it's easier to mark all your boards. Instead, I kind of got it figured out right away, but marking, I had to go through and figure it all out and mark them and measure everything. And I will be able to just now go in and have everything pre-made and make a bunch of these, or immediately make them a lot quicker. But as always, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you on the next one.